Welcome to Revealing the Narc. Join me as I highlight narcissistic traits in celebrities and public figures. Everything here is in my opinion and not professional advice. If you enjoy the analysis, please like and subscribe. This is part 2 of a 3-part series of the live stream that our little group had on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. We had such a good time and I wanted to bring it to all of you. Part 3 is coming soon, so sit back, enjoy, have some laughs. Okay, I'm going to go to the next Thanksgiving question. And this question is, what do you think Meghan is getting Harry from Santa? Basically, what will be under the tree that's labeled as a gift from Santa? I'm thinking maybe the hippie hair products, so she gets, a kickback of some of that money. Poncho says, "Hi, Diane, welcome." They raised money for several new helicopters, James says. Yes, and it was recent, I think, right? And that's just it, Diane, right? Doesn't believe in Santa, but he believes in flying reindeer. So that's like that article, I think, was really weirdly written. And I don't know. I did a video about this recently, and I mentioned about the carrots being left out for reindeer. I hadn't heard about that before. I never did that before. But a lot of people told me that they do this in the UK and they also do this in America. I remember leaving, when I had my stepkids, I remember leaving something out for the reindeer, but I don't remember exactly what that was. Stacy says, "Hi, Diane." Duchess of Camelot says she's getting him a wig or a topper. Probably. Susan says she's giving him a bill for all her crappy clothing. Yep. Let me think. What else could he be giving her? What about French lessons? Or Spanish lessons, because she claims she knows both, and no one really has evidence of that, right? Poncho says Meghan is getting Harry a life-size frame portrait of herself. Yes, I love it. Oh my gosh, and could you imagine if she did that and she would have like Princess Diana painted next to her, so it would be a portrait of the both of them, and Meghan would be, okay, this is all allegedly and in my opinion, and Meghan would be doing that shoulder thing where she's, her shoulders in front of Diana, like if the perspective would be that Meghan is closer to the viewer than Princess Diana is. Oh my gosh, Misfit Gamma. Meghan is giving him divorce papers. Oh my goodness. James says, in fact, David Beckham was with William when the new helicopters arrived for deployment. That's right. I remember that. Yeah, there's like information, it's like at the forefront of my brain. Diane says, "I'll be leaving something out for the reindeer for my 5-year-old granddaughter." Oh, that's sweet, Diane. What will you be leaving out? I have to tell you, like, I still believe I believe in all the holiday magic. All of it. It's my favorite. It's the best time of year, I think. In fact, I love Thanksgiving, but I'm also kind of sad when it's Thanksgiving because we're getting closer and closer to it being the next year, and then we have to wait another 11 months before we're at Thanksgiving again. Yeah. You guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to take a drink of water. Okay, guys, sorry, I'm back. Okay, are you all ready for the next question? Probably some sort of grain. Okay, that's interesting. I think that's what we did too with my stepkids. And we left out cookies for Santa, but we all know who ate those cookies, and it wasn't Santa. I mean, Santa probably ate some, but I definitely ate ate some of those cookies. Oh my gosh, I have a story for you all from when I was married and had stepkids. My stepkids really wanted a hamster for Christmas, and I don't know why we did this, but we made the hamster be the present that was coming from Santa. And so, of course, we had to have the hamster, a couple of days before Christmas, because we had to have it before Santa came. And the day Santa comes, the store was closed. So we had to hide that poor hamster. And we hid it in our laundry room. But I mean, of course, we fed it and took care of it and whatever. So somehow the hamster got out and we couldn't find the hamster. And it was like problems on so many levels. Like the first level is, okay, if we don't find this hamster, what is the gift from Santa for the kids? And then, we were Googling, like, how do we find a hamster? And it said to like put baby powder out and see where you could see the footsteps. And luckily we were able to find the hamster, and, Santa was able to come and give that gift to them. It was great. Raven says, I never left something out for the reindeer that I can remember. Exactly. I never did that either. Duchess of Camelot says, we celebrate Christmas Eve, so we never left anything for poor Santa or his reindeer. Yeah. Hi, Koala. Good day, everyone. I'm so glad you made it. What time is it for you, Koala? Diane says that article was awful. I love how she said, as a mom with children. I guess it's better than a mom that's without children. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like word salad. When she talks, they're useless sentences. And I think that's why it makes them that's what makes them a word salad, right? I think the other thing she said was something like, I'm so glad my mom is here for the holidays, or something like that. And it's like, okay, well, everybody, if they have a good relationship with their mom, would say the same thing. They're sentences that are not conveying any new information. And that can get pretty annoying, right? Like, we want information. We don't want word salad. Koala saying Harry gives her divorce papers for Christmas. Yep. Do you think she'll put a bow on it? And if she puts a bow, what color? I'm thinking probably red. Probably. Duchess of Camelot says, Diane, I know, that was so strange. Yeah, it was a really weird article. And Diane says, hi, Koala. Koala says, agree, Diane. That one's wife can't keep her lies straight. Yeah. Yeah, she really can't. Oh, I know, Duchess of Camelot. Good thing we didn't have a cat. Yep. Luckily, like, we knew that the hamster was in our small laundry room. It wasn't that big of a room, maybe like, I don't know, 10 feet by 10 feet, maybe. So we knew she was in there, and we found her pretty quickly, luckily. But it was quite stressful. James says, the Santa movies with Tim Allen always said, feed the reindeer, they love it. Yep. Koala says it's 12:40 p.m. Thursday. 12:40 p.m. like in the afternoon, or 12:40 a.m.? That's right up there. Stacy says, that's right up there with our little ones are little. Oh my goodness. I don't know. It's so strange. Like, do you guys have any ideas why she talks like that? Like, I mean, to me, it's, if you don't have information to share, you talk in these like puzzling ways. Diane says, wow, it's 8:30 p.m. Wednesday. Koala says, red diamond encrusted bow to match her toaster. Koala, is that in reference to the fairy tale I posted today? Oh, Diane's in New Hampshire. Nice. What's the weather like there, Diane? Is it snowing? Celia says she is plastic, full of plastic and plastic words. Yep, that is very, very well said. Yep. Koala says, oh, Diane, I love New Hampshire in the fall. The color of the trees are amazing. Celia says, AM. Celia, if you can expand on that, I'm not sure exactly what you mean. Koala says, in the afternoon here, just after lunchtime. Oh, okay. Okay, that's good. Oh, so Koala, are you in Australia also? Koala, you bet your sweet lips it is revealing. Well, I'm so glad we already have a reference to that fairy tale. Poncho says, oh, New Hampshire, lived there, Peace Air Force Base when I was a kid. Misfit Gamma says, Diane, I'm close. I'm in Rhode Island. Diane says, yes, in the fall, the trees are beautiful. James says, in Mississippi, 7:38 here. It is hot here. Rain on the way by morning. Okay. Hide Out Loud says, hey, revealing, love picking your brain. Does a narcissist sleep, or is it constant brain activity? So I'm not a therapist, so I don't know. So I mean, okay, so I want to qualify that. Like, I'm not a therapist, so anything I say is like pure speculation. I feel, in fact, that like they sleep well, right? Like when they need rest, I feel like they get it. I don't know. I'm going to kick that question to all of you. What do you all think? Do you think narcissists sleep, or is it constant brain activity? They do say that, oh gosh, I can't remember about this, that there might be like differences in the brain. I'm not sure. Diane says, no snow yet. Koala says, yes, I'm a true blue Aussie born and bred. Yay, so I'm glad 5 p.m. is a good time. I think it works for people in the US and Australia. I think in the UK, it's quite late, though. Duchess of Camelot says, I'd love to visit. Raven says, 8:40 here in Tennessee with rain coming tonight. Oh, that's interesting. 12:40 a.m. Hobart, Tasmania. Oh, it's late for you, Celia. Koala says, I lived in Maine for a while and we drove to New Hampshire and saw the fall leaves. I love that. I've always wanted to visit Maine. And I may have my facts wrong and I may have completely missed this, but is there going to be an eclipse that's going to be visible in Maine? Or it may have already happened. I don't remember. Raven says they sleep. I was married to one too. Yeah. Yeah. My ex sometimes would have like pretty horrible nightmares. So I guess that lends to they sleep, but maybe there is this like constant brain activity. I don't know. But then isn't that the same for all of us? Like, I don't know if it's, I think we probably are constantly have brain activity. Of course, we all have brain activity. What am I saying? But maybe it's at higher levels. In narcissists, I don't know. But that's something I should look into. I hope you get the chance, Camelot. We have lots of leaf peepers. What are those, Diane? Duchess says, my mom never slept, and I remember when my dad died, she said to me at age 12, I wish I could cry, then got mad at me because I couldn't stop. It was at his funeral. Wow, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Duchess of Camelot. Yeah, there's it's hard, right? There's really, really no empathy. Stacy says, I think they sleep well. They never have to worry if they're doing the right thing. Yeah, because in their mind, they're always doing the right thing. James says it's 1:40 a.m. in England now. Yep, I thought it was probably late. Poncho says this chat has ADD and I love it. Maine is beautiful. That's where I had my very first white Christmas. Oh, that's sweet. Duchess of Camelot says my in-laws are in England and my husband is English. I love that. Celia says it's just after lunch for her. Qual says Tassie, same timeline as Vic. I'm not sure what that means. I may have missed something in the chat. Stacy says, I'm so sorry, Duchess. Yeah, it's rough. I'm sorry, Duchess, too. Hi, Mariana. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go to the next question. And I think based on this question, it's pretty obvious what the next question is going to be. But here we are. What do you all think Harry is getting from Meghan? Wait a minute. Did I mess that up? What do you think Meghan is getting Harry? And what do you think Harry is getting Meghan? Yes. What do you think Harry is getting Meghan that's going to be from Santa? Oh, leaf peepers. Okay, that's what you mean, Diane. That's so interesting. So people that come to New Hampshire just to see the beautiful fall leaves are leaf peepers. I love that. That's hilarious. Koala says Tasmania is the same timeline as Victoria where I live. Oh, okay. Okay, got it. Interesting. That's good to know. So I have a lot of answers for this question, but I don't want to give them because I want you guys to say them first. Celia says, Koala, yes, I got mixed up. Same time zone, Tasmania and Victoria. Interesting. I love that. I love that so many people are here from all over the world. Misfit Gamma says, same thing, divorce papers. Oh my goodness. So do you think they would hand them to each other at the same time? And both of them are like saying to each other, oh, you shouldn't have. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. Yeah, I have a couple of answers for this. And anyone who saw the fairy tale video, at the end of it, I gave a couple of thoughts of things that I think are on Meghan's Black Friday shopping list. Duchess of Camelot says Harry will get Meghan an iron. Yep, that was along the same lines I was thinking. In that video I mentioned getting a steamer, and I used AI and I generated this image of this beautiful steamer that's like covered in diamonds and blinged out. It was great. It was so funny. Like I was laughing as I was thinking about it. I think another thing is having like a portable spotlight so she can like pop it out and have the light shining on her whenever it's necessary. Diane says, that's what I was going to say, Misfit, divorce papers. Ella says an iron. Yep. I think that, you guys, if Harry doesn't get her the iron, maybe we should just do it. We should get it for her. Poncho says Harry is getting Meghan a Duchess title, a Spotify deal, a Netflix deal, a mansion in California. Oh, wait. Yep, all that's already happened. And a lot of it's like starting to fall through. So of all these things, what still exists? Okay, she still has the Duchess title, lost the Spotify deal. I heard the Netflix deal is not going to get renewed. I thought I read an article about that. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And the mansion in California, there's questions about that one too, allegedly. Raven says, do you think that H knows how much M is disliked? That is a really good question. I think in the beginning, he didn't know. And he didn't know, the evidence that he didn't know so they started, or the news of them dating broke October 30th or 31st, something like that. A week later, Harry put out a statement about telling people stop, being mean to her, and just kind of condemning the press, right? And I think that Meghan really played the damsel in distress, right? And Harry, I believe Harry has a savior complex. I've done a video about that. So Harry, I think, is very vulnerable to a woman that needs rescuing. And I think it probably stems from, and we've heard Harry say this a lot, right? Harry says, I wish I was older so I could have helped my mom. He doesn't say it maybe in those words, but he does say something like that. So I think he didn't know then. And I think right now, because of this separation in their professional lives, I think that's a sign that he knows. But who he places the responsibility of that on, like whether he is believing that people don't like Meghan because Meghan is unlikable, or whether or not people don't like Meghan because the people are awful and, you know, they're all of those ist words. I don't know. Feel free to drop in the comments what you guys all think. Koala says, Celia, I'm lost a little bit. Only if the states do daylight savings were the same time. I think Queensland, they don't do daylight savings, but I'm not 100% sure. Mariana says, do you think Harry will even be there? In my honest opinion, I don't think so. I think Harry hasn't been in Montecito since September 14. But you all let me know. Oh my gosh, Poncho, that's perfect. That's perfect. Patent application for dummies book. That's perfect. Hide Out Loud. Maybe some real gem from the palace. Oh my gosh, you triggered a memory in me, Hide Out Loud. I really, really want something from Highgrove, and shipping to the United States is really expensive. But maybe that's the gift I'm going to get myself from Santa for myself. Right? And I mean, it's helping the economy if I do that. And I believe Highgrove, you know, the proceeds, a lot of those proceeds go to charity. So I'm helping people too. And these are the things that a shopaholic tells themselves before they make a purchase. So I think I have pretty much justified buying myself what I want from Highgrove. If I remember correctly, it's like a picnic basket, and it has, oh my gosh, it has like everything. It has the biscuits and the tea and jam, and oh my gosh, I need to get it. Sandra says, I'm in Queensland, so I am an hour behind Celia and Koala, so it's 11:47 a.m. here. Celia says, spot on, Koala, regarding the time zones. Diane says, a microphone. Yep, a microphone or a megaphone or anything that amplifies her voice, right? Duchess of Camelot says, Hide Out Loud from King Charles's garden. Yep. You would think, like, I don't know, when I look at Meghan's life, I think one of the reasons that so many of us are intrigued by it is because we see how much she lost. She really, really lost. Like, she could have had this amazing life doing service for people and, you know, learning from King Charles about how he, you know, works in his garden and all of that process. It's just, I don't know. So many missed opportunities that, in my opinion, Meghan really, really ruined for herself. Koala says, thanks for that, Sandra. Couldn't remember if you did or didn't do daylight savings. Stacy asked, do I think Harry is a narc? So I haven't studied him enough to know. And so I really don't know. What I do know is that between Harry and Meghan's relationship and dynamic right now, Meghan is definitely the dominant narc, if he's a narcissist too. But I don't know. I feel like we haven't seen Harry, or at least I haven't seen Harry act independently as a narc, but with Meghan, it's just so evident. You see it in like every single interaction. But you all let me know, what do you all think? Celia says he knows she is disliked. Yep. Diane says, I'm loving this chat. The Q&A is so funny. I have such a good time on these live streams. It's so fun, and it's so, just the interaction is great. And the last live stream and this live stream, I've started bringing questions in. So it ends up like stimulating kind of conversation, and then we end up, you know, on different topics. It's great. It's great. And I try really hard to highlight every single chat. And I love that I can do that, because I feel everyone gets acknowledgement, and I just love that. Hide Out Loud said, yes, stick it to the grifter. Diane says, I bought jam and a few other things from Buckingham Palace. Oh, Diane, tell me more about it. Did you love it? I mean, please justify my purchase or my future purchase. Poncho says, I'm exiting the live, but happy 7th. Thank you for coming, Poncho. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm going to try to do another live tomorrow, too. Koala says, the only service she gives people is, oh, never mind. We won't go there. Yep, we're going to keep this PG-13. Oh, my goodness. Poncho says, happy Thanksgiving to everyone celebrating. Thank you, Poncho. You too. Ciao. Koala says, if he is a narc, he wouldn't have allowed to let this one's wife control him like a puppet. He is more submissive. I've heard, I don't remember who was talking about it, who I was talking to, but they were talking about a couple where both people were narcissists and one of them was the more dominant narcissist. So I don't know, but he's definitely submissive to her. And I think part of that submission is that she's like trauma bonded with him. He is so terrified. I mean, I don't know at this point if he is like this, but he is so terrified of losing her. And that's why, I believe, in my opinion, that's why he's so submissive. Sandra says, yes, buy yourself some jam from Highgrove. Yes, from Santa. I didn't buy it. Santa bought it. Oh, Mariana, thank you so much. Oh, you guys are the best. I love it. I love it. Thank you. James says a steamer or a steam iron. Yep, she definitely needs that. Celia says, apparently she brings up, I don't know if that's the right, I don't know if I should say that. And sweats. Celia says she needs deodorant. I've heard that she doesn't smell the best. Oh, Koala, thank you. Oh my goodness. What did I do to deserve you all? This is so fun. You guys have no idea. This community is so great. So before I started this live stream, I was watching RHR Jen's live stream, and a lot of the people that are here are also there, and it's just so beautiful. Everyone is so supportive and lovely. I love it. Sandra says she is a narc, but I don't think Harry is. He is an enabler. Yeah. Duchess of Camelot says, I think Harry has narcissistic traits, but not a narc. I also think that Harry has a lot of unresolved trauma. I think it's difficult to see who he really is until that trauma's resolved, in my opinion. Diane says the jam was delicious. You have to let me know what you think of Highgrove. You need to give yourself that gift. Oh, but Diane, you have no idea how many gifts I've already given myself like the last 2 weeks. Oh my goodness. So I recently have gotten into photography, and well, recently meaning I started in January, and I lost my soul dog that I had for 14 and a half years in March. So I really haven't gotten back into the photography, right? But I know it's good for me to get back into it because it makes me leave the house, and there's this artistic side of me that I'm able to create. So I bought myself a new camera. I bought myself I think it's a mirrorless. Yeah, I bought myself a Canon mirrorless camera. So I've spoiled myself in the last 2 weeks. Oh my gosh, that was such a good time. Stay tuned. Part 3 is coming soon. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe and share it with your friends. Leave any comments. I'd love to hear all about them. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all soon. Goodbye.